Mike was muted. But anyways, what's up, guys? So we're gonna throw you a huge left turn, or right turn, or up turn, or down turn.
We're just gonna go in the opposite direction of what we usually do.
We're just gonna throw this one out there for fucking lulz, and me and old Joni over here love talking about this kind of stuff. But we're gonna react to how the universe is way bigger than you think.
We like listening to like different like weird theories and
Space
and space.
We like to get weirded out and know that we're really small and
yeah,
stuff like that. Like you guys do too. I'm sure you guys do. So, all right. I don't think Jonah's seen this before. I might have seen this a while ago.
Earth thing? That looks like a flat Earth symbol,
bro. This is why we're watching this. The Earth is flat.
Oh.
Just kidding.
A real-life lore video made possible by Squarespace. Make your next move with a beautiful website from Squarespace.
Pausing,
this
playing.
Is Earth. You live here on this planet somewhere.
That's my home, baby.
Everything that you've ever known is located right here. But just how small exactly is Earth when compared to the scale of the entire universe? Let's start by zooming out to where we can see our nearest cosmic neighbor, the Moon. You may think that the Moon is very close to Earth since it dominates our night skies, but in reality the Moon isn't this close to our planet, it's actually about this far away.
Fuck. Look at that, 384,000 kilometers, 238,000 miles. And it's only like 600 miles to get to like Florida or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
the United States is only like, what, 2,000 miles across?
Yeah, that's crazy. So this is like, what, 100,000 United States put together? 115,000 United States?
Holy shit.
But anyways, what I was going to say, you know the when they got to the Moon, how they took pictures of the Earth? You know what I mean? How the Earth was like super small from the Moon.
It wasn't too small, was it?
I think so. But
yeah, keep asking.
But how come when you go to the Moon, the Earth is super small, but when we're on the Earth, the Moon looks fucking big, dude? Type in.
I mean, the Moon photo.
Type in
from
Earth.
The Moon.
Earth from the Moon. Sorry, guys. 1 second. See?
That's relatively big. It's bigger than the Moon.
Yeah, but it looks like we can see.
You gonna focus?
No, you guys can look it up. Type in Earth from the Moon.
Fuck.
But it looks like we see the Moon way huger.
Huger? Bigger?
Way
more?
bigger than the Earth looks right there from the Moon. Anyways, that's just my thing.
I feel like the Earth looks bigger in this photo than the Moon does if I were to walk outside right now.
Yeah, but how come when you walk out sometimes the Moon's like fucking
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean?
I woke up in the morning, it was like right in the fall time or whatever, and it was fucking huge.
Yeah.
And fucking orange as shit.
Wonder why that happens.
I don't know, dude. Science. If anyone knows, fucking
leave it in the comments. We gotta keep going.
384,400 kilometers away from you right now on average. You could fit 30 entire Earths in between this distance.
Damn.
And if you somehow were able to drive a car at a constant 100 kilometers per hour speed, it would take you about 160 days to drive the entire distance.
That's not too bad. 160 days to get to the Moon? From like in a car speed?
160 days is like a third of a year. Alright?
And look, 160, yeah, I know what you're saying, but 160 days just to get to the Moon, but like, just imagine all the other shit that's out there, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? What are you gonna say?
No, that's a little bit less than half.
Well,
my math is terrible.
360.
Yeah, well, that times 2 is 320.
320, yeah.
Okay, but anyways, no, and that's 160 days non-stop too.
Right.
It's not like you're resting, sleeping in a hotel or something like that. Because like when you drive down to Florida from Ohio, it takes like, what?
A day.
Like, yeah, if that's non-stop.
Yeah, no, maybe like 2 days.
But if you're going to stop, and sleep at a hotel,
160 days, boy. You can set it on cruise control and go to sleep in your car, dog, when you fucking flying through space.
Yeah, if you have something to put you in a coma for 160 days.
You read books on the way there.
Distance. Despite this incredible distance, however, 12 humans have actually set foot here, representing the furthest away that any individual human has ever been away from the Earth.
Have they, though? Have we been to the Moon? I want to know. Because they say that our cell phone has more power or more technology or whatever than the spacecraft did when it went to the moon. And we've never been able to replicate it.
Yeah, they say that we haven't went to the moon again because there's no need to.
Yeah.
Which it makes sense. I mean, if they really did go to the moon and we haven't been back to the moon, it makes sense that they wouldn't waste money to go to the moon just to do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're only a minute in, and we're at like 6 minutes.
Right. We gotta go.
So maybe this should turn into like a 3-parter or something. We'll just split it in 3 videos, parts.
We'll see.
And one of humanity's greatest achievements. This is what the Earth would look like from there if you were standing there with them, and if you wanted to communicate with somebody back at home, it would take a message about 2.5 seconds to travel between you and them,
that ain't too
that's
bad.
how fast the speed of light can travel at. This is a photo that was taken on Mars, and that tiny dot that you see there is Earth as seen from the Martian surface. On average, Mars is an incredible 225 million kilometers away from Earth, but that distance can be as high as 401 million kilometers. That means that whenever humanity finally gets around to landing a human on the planet, that person will be 986 times...
And you see how they said it's anywhere from 200 to 400?
Yeah.
So they're going
it's
in different orbits?
It's not a perfect circle.
Right. I'm saying just imagine like when if people lived on Mars,
yeah,
and they were at the maximum distance away,
yeah,
like it would take way longer to send messages or like to send help. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when they come back together, like when they're close again,
yeah. I feel like you could only depart from
dangerous.
Mars like at like a certain time of year when it's closest.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then like you'd have to, if you take too long, you'd have to wait for it to circle back. You know what I'm saying?
Further away from Earth than the astronauts who landed on the moon were. In addition, the time delay for sending a message from Mars back to Earth isn't just 2.5 seconds, it's actually more like 20 minutes each direction.
Damn.
Which would render instant communication in the event of an emergency impossible.
That's what I was
When
saying.
we zoom out even further away, we can find the Voyager 1 space probe, which is the furthest away man-made object from Earth. It is currently located 138 AUs from the Earth. AU meaning astronomical unit, which is the distance between the Earth and the Sun, which means that Voyager 1 is 138 times further away from us than the Sun is.
And that's crazy. You know how far the Sun is away from us? It's insane. It's like 38 million miles away or something like that.
Okay, so my
and that is 138 times that.
My brain is like
not working.
No, yeah, I just wasn't thinking about what it was saying for the last like minute. But I was thinking, well, I guess 30 seconds. I was thinking, you know how it said that it would take 20 minutes to send a message or whatever? It might go a little bit quicker if you have like an Ethernet cable, right? So let's say.
No, but they're sending messages at the speed of light, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But Ethernet. Yeah,
yeah, but the Ethernet
it
can't
couldn't go faster
than the speed of light, Doug.
Well, I was thinking about like let's say that we have an Ethernet cable on the Earth,
it's just hanging in space,
and then we take it all the way to the moon, right? And just let things do its thing or whatever. You think it would like wrap around like the Earth? You know what I mean?
Definitely. Definitely.
My brain's going retarded right now.
At some point on its long voyage, Voyager 1 turned its camera around and took this photograph. It may not look like much at first, but in my opinion, this is the greatest single photograph ever taken in all of human history. This tiny pale blue dot is Earth, and I don't
wonder what those beams of light are.
Ever said something as amazing about this
like
as
escaped
Carl
light
Sagan when he said, "If you look at it, you see a dot. That's here. That's home. That's us."
The thing about this is though, every like farther away you get is a dot, but like just on my body, we can zoom in on things that are like our little tiny dot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like think of
it never ends. It's like,
dude, think of a speck of dust.
Yeah.
Now fucking multiply that like with a microscope, like times a fucking million, so that like you're close, and think about how much detail is probably on that speck of dust.
Yeah. And then you zoom into the fucking atoms and the fucking what are they called? Protons and then you zoom into those and then you get to the quarks and then you zoom into the quarks and then what do you get to there? No one knows. I don't know.
Dude,
maybe someone knows. I haven't looked at it.
Dude.
Everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever lived out their lives. The aggregate of all our joys and sufferings. thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic
Everything we
doctrines.
ever known
Every hunter
was on that
and
little
every
dot, dog.
forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilizations, every king and every peasant, every young couple in love, every hopeful child, every mother and every father, every inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar,
Okay, we get
every
it.
supreme
Alright.
leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lives
That's like really
there.
trying to get your point across.
How often do you watch videos like this?
A lot.
This is why you're having so many existential crises.
Nah, dude. No, dude.
And a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. Voyager 1 is currently traveling at 17 kilometers every single second, but even at that speed, it won't break
Damn.
out of the reach of
Imagine
our
going
solar
11
system
miles
for
a
another
second.
30,000 years. Once we go beyond the solar system, we arrive in our interstellar neighborhood. Here we shift to the light-year unit of measurement, which is the distance that light travels in a full Earth year, or about 9.461 trillion kilometers. The star Proxima Centauri here is the closest other star to us other than our sun, but it's still 4.24 light-years away from us.
It's smaller,
to put that
too.
into perspective,
Like, I can't even put, like, these distances in...
Yeah, you can't. It's like infinite, bro.
Yeah, you
it's like you can't think
fucking
of infinity.
about how far away that is. Like, I see numbers, and yeah, they're big numbers or whatever, but I can't... My mind can't, like,
Yeah.
even, like, grasp it.
It's just like your brain's like, big number. You know what I mean?
if it was heading in the right direction, it would still take Voyager 1 over 70,000 years to reach it.
Jesus.
In other words, if you
11 miles a second, and it would take it 70,000 years.
That's fucking crazy.
drove your car at 100 kilometers an hour like in our previous example to the moon, it would take over 6 times longer than the entire age of the universe is just to finally get there, and it wouldn't even exist still when you arrived. When we zoom out even further, we can see the entire Milky Way Galaxy, inside of which Earth is located right here.
The galaxies
This
look
yellow
cool as
dot
fuck.
is the furthest extent of humanity's radio broadcasts throughout history. Which
Just
means
that.
any possible aliens who live outside
Look,
of
look, and they said like this little yellow dot is the farthest we've sent a message to see if there's aliens.
Yeah,
Like, what about all this? This is just our galaxy, though.
yeah.
There's billions of these.
Yeah, that's...
of this range
Is the
are
sun the
totally
center of
unaware.
it?
There's supposed to
Is
be
that-
a black hole in the middle of every galaxy.
Huh.
No, that's not the sun. The sun's in this yellow dot somewhere in the Earth.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's what it was saying.
yeah, that little yellow dot with the
Holy-
red.
holy
Yeah,
fuck.
But they're saying we haven't sent it all the way around here in the Milky Way. Our messages is only for aliens have only gotten to where that yellow dot is.
Of humanity's presence.
Damn, boy.
It's complete silence outside of this
wild.
yellow dot as far as we are currently aware, but the entire galaxy spans over 100,000 light years from end to end. There are
Imagine
over
this,
100
but
billion stars and over 100 billion planets inside of our galaxy. But you have never seen
imagine
the
this.
full glory of the galaxy at night.
The galaxy has that much shit in it, but there's like over 1 billion more galaxies that big.
Because 99%
Or
of the
bigger.
stars that you can see with
That makes it impossible
Yeah.
that we are the only things out there.
Yeah. I mean, I agree too, but that's like we
So-
can talk about this forever. Dude.
Okay, there is so much fucking space.
Your mind can't fathom it. Like,
yeah. Like, I can't even fucking fathom our galaxy.
No, you can't.
And
You think the
about-
world is big. You think the Earth is big.
Right.
But just imagine.
Yeah, I can't even fathom the galaxy, let alone 100 fucking million
No,
more
you can't even
galaxies.
fathom the little yellow dot he just showed you, dog. Look, there it is, right there. The little yellow dot still.
Dude, that's fucking... We are not the only ones. We can't be.
If you think
It's
we're the
just
only ones,
impossible to get there.
if you think we're the only ones, put in the comments. If you don't, put it in the comments.
That's fucking
Let us
crazy,
know, guys.
dude.
the naked eye are limited to this small, tiny region right here. But even this massive galaxy is nothing compared to the rest of what's out there. Zooming out even further and we arrive at the local group of galaxies, a collection of 54 different galaxies that is about 10 million light years across. But zooming out even further, we can see the Virgo supercluster.
Look at that
the
shit,
group
bro.
Here is just a tiny segment of. There are at least 100 other groups of galaxies just like our own local group inside of here.
First of all,
Each dot is one galaxy.
Okay, first of all, how the fuck do we know this?
Light. Because the Hubble telescope or something, like, detects light and can see where all the light's coming from. Because everything, like, bounces light off of it. Well, at least the observable universe. So that's how they know. They know how much light's coming in from a specific thing.
And light travels so fucking slow.
Compared,
I mean, it's fast, but
it's fast
like,
compared to the whole scale. It does.
Yeah,
It travels
so like
slow.
that light is reaching us, and by the time it reaches us, it's probably already fucking dead.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
And the distance from one side to the other is a mind-numbing 110 million light years. But even the massive
Further?
Virgo supercluster is nothing but a quiet and tiny lobe of the Great Laniakea.
It's just that little dot right there.
An enormous structure that is home to our galaxy as well as 100,000 other galaxies. The distance from one side to the other is 520 million light years. But from even there, we can zoom out all the way to the entire...
Yo, imagine this, guys. We didn't need to breathe oxygen and we could survive in space, but somehow you got caught in orbit and you had to wait that whole time, 520 million light years, and that'd be a fucking disaster, dude.
That would be hell.
Yeah.
That would be legit
You're just
hell.
floating through darkness for 520 million light years.
That would literally be the worst thing to ever fucking happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Entire observable universe and see that
dude.
even the Titanic
Put your headphones on, dog.
supercluster is just a tiny and
Look at this.
insignificant part of everything.
This
is the observable.
Dude, that zoomed into that zoomed into that, and that zoomed into that, and that zoomed into. Look at all this,
It's like
bro.
a Russian doll.
Jesus
universe,
Christ!
and it contains
This is just the observable universe. There's shit that is out here that's not bouncing light off of it yet, or whatever.
It is impossible that we're the only things.
everything
Yeah,
that we
because
know of.
For
It is
sure.
home to at least 2 trillion different and individual
Galaxies.
which
2 trillion galaxies. You know the Milky Way Galaxy? 2 trillion of those, dude.
together contain more stars than there are grains of sand on the entire Earth. The distance from Earth to any side
you hear
of the
that?
observable
There's more stars than grains of sand on the Earth. Little tiny grain of sand.
universe is 46.5 billion light years, which means that the entire width is 93 billion light years across. What's perhaps even more interesting, however, is what actually lies beyond the observable universe.
Holy fuck,
Keep in
dude.
mind that the observable universe is all that we can currently see, and it's entirely possible that the rest of the universe outside of it is vastly larger and more fantastic than we can possibly ever imagine. We simply don't know what
if
else
it's just
is out
infinite?
there because the light from these incredibly distant places has not
It's
yet
not
had
gotten
enough
to us.
time in the universe's history to reach us yet back on Earth, and the light from some places may never reach us at all. Because some parts of space very far away from Earth are expanding away from us faster than the speed of light.
Just going back to the sun and the earth now, it's just like
No. They're saying how light that's in the
Oh,
observable is
okay,
moving
yeah,
too
okay,
fast
I
for
see
the
it.
light to get to us. It's moving faster than the speed of light this way. That's why the light doesn't get to us. That's why we can only observe so much shit in the universe.
it's going faster that way.
Like it's going faster towards the outside.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Why?
I don't know. But
Rewind it a little bit. Just a second.
Has not yet had enough time in the universe's history to reach us yet back on Earth, and the light from some places may never reach us at all. Because some parts of space very far away from Earth are expanding away from us faster than the speed of light, that means that the light from these places will never, in an infinite amount of time,
reach Earth. Yeah.
Meaning that even if humanity is eternal and exists
It's
forever,
expanding
there will
faster
still be
than
an
light
unknown number
can
of
travel.
places in the universe that we will never know about or ever see. So, it is very likely that as unbelievably enormous as it seems, the observable universe is just a tiny slice of what we can currently see of the entire universe. According to the theory of cosmic inflation that was proposed by Dr. Alan Guth, if it is assumed that cosmic inflation began at 10 to the negative 37th of a second after the Big Bang, and with the assumption that the size of the universe before inflation began was equal to its age times the speed of light, then this would seem to suggest that at the present day, the entire universe is 150 sextillion times larger than the
What the fuck is a
observable
sextillion?
It's a lot, but like it's after trillion somewhere. It's after quadrillion, anything. But look, the entire universe is 150 sextillion times bigger than that little tiny observable universe, according to math.
Universe. That number for reference looks like this, with this many zeros. Let this number sink in.
So you see that observable universe?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20.
So you've seen where you said observable universe? That's all we can see of the light?
Yeah.
Imagine that, how big that is, but 100, all of that times that.
22 zeros.
Yeah, that's insane,
For just
dude.
a moment, this would be similar to you thinking that the entire observable universe, everything that you could see, was the size of a light bulb, but then realizing that in reality the entire universe is larger than the...
Okay, so let's say there's an Earth here, and then an Earth outside of the observable universe, right?
Yeah.
Both have life.
Humans?
Humans.
Okay.
But that light can't travel as fast as the universe is expanding.
Right.
Right? So that light will never reach us.
Right.
Do they actually exist to us?
Well, yeah, they exist, but we'll never know. You know what I mean?
Exactly. They don't exist to us because it will never reach us.
Right,
Their
right.
light,
Yeah,
their
technically,
anything will never reach us.
well, technically they exist, but also you're thinking about it like,
But they don't exist to us.
right? Yeah, they don't exist. Yeah, because there'll never be a chance ever. You know what I mean? Because no one, both sides won't never know. You know what I mean?
Know about each other.
Yeah. So yeah, they kind of don't exist and they do. You know what I mean?
It's like if a tree falls in the woods, no one's around.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
planet of Pluto. Imagine a light bulb in the center of Pluto, but we inside the light bulb were totally unaware that Pluto existed outside of it, and that's a similar situation to this.
Damn.
We are all so unbelievably small, but
Facts.
you shouldn't worry, because all that means is that there is so much left out there for us to discover together. This video was made...
What do you think about that, bro? 22 fucking minutes, dude. You know how, I mean, we love talking about this stuff. Sorry if this is a little long video, guys. But yeah.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, it's insane. Your mind can't fucking fathom it, first of all. Second of all, aliens. Third of all, why? You know what I mean? Fourth, how? You know what I mean? But, type in the comments. Jonah's still mind blown over here. He can't even talk. So,
I'm just trying to fucking, like, wrap my head around...
You'll never be able to. Type in the comments if we missed something. Like, sub. I'm gonna tap towards my stuff's up here.
I'm a podcaster / videographer. Right there.
Links are in the description. And tell us what you guys think about this.
They're in the description.
They're in the description. And if you guys have an existential crisis, let us know.